the ship. Who you got as Green Bay takes it on up to Century League Field?
I know I said earlier in Phirst Contention that the Seattle Seahawks were going to repeat to go to the Super Bowl. I said that I tend to be a man of my word. But after I'm seeing a performance by Aaron Rodgers, I'm predicting that Green Bay is going to go up to Century League Field and come out with an upset victory of 20-17. Now, let's talk about this for a second, because you can sniff that, Ty. I do have a couple of people on my hit list, starting with Miss Jennifer Grant, who continuously texts me about the Dez Bryant catch or non-catch. Now, Ty, let me tell you something. It's over with. It's over and done with. The Cowboys have their opportunities to go play Seattle. They still had an opportunity twice to stop Green Bay, but they didn't get the job done. Don't blame Green Bay. Don't blame the officials. It wasn't their fault. It wasn't their issue. It wasn't Green Bay's fault that Dez Bryant only caught 3 balls within the game. It wasn't their fault that DeMarco Murray happened to fumble again, happened to cough it up again. It wasn't Green Bay's fault that Tony Romo hasn't won on the road in a playoff game. Don't blame Aaron Rodgers for only having 1 calf and still throwing for over 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Don't blame him. I mean, it's not his fault. I mean, it's all the referees' fault. That's what they're saying.
Wouldn't let him say that about my team.
You know,
that's what you're saying.
But it is what it is. I predict that Green Bay is going to go up there and win 20-17. My X factor in the game, like I said before, is going to have to be Eddie Lacy. Eddie Lacy and the tight ends, Corliss, and also the rookie Richard Rodgers.
Okay.
If they can control the clock, if they can manage the time of possession, I think Green Bay has a chance to go up there. And when you're having the MVP, like I said before, your MVP of the 2014 season, Aaron Rodgers on your side, you're going to have an opportunity for a victory.
Thank you for the soliloquy.
Sorry about that. I just had to get
can tell you're very passionate
I had to
about
get a
this.
couple of things off my chest.
You talked about how it wasn't Green Bay's fault that all these things happened, with the Cowboys. Let's talk about one thing that is Green Bay's fault. It's Green Bay's fault that the NFC Championship game is back in Seattle, as you can recall the week 1, both 12-4. And but I'm not going to say it's Green Bay's fault when they get smacked by the Legion of Boom. You just talked about how great Sherman was, and while Rodgers didn't try him the first time, let him try him this time. Try me. I mean, Russell Wilson making plays. He's like a young Tom Brady. Give that man his just due.
Woo, wait a second now.
Give that man his just due.
Wait a second now.
Making it happen with not a lot of talent receivers around him. So I'm going with Seattle. You're on something.
No surprise.
Steve,